Hey guys, welcome to this acrylic avatar painting lesson. I'm Mike Ferris. I'm going to be getting started on this 8x10 pre-stretched canvas, and I already have my image laid out from the traceable image with wax transfer paper. And so to get started, I'm going to take my number 10 flat brush, and on my palette I have some Phthalo Blue, raw umber, Phthalo Green, Cad Yellow, and a couple piles of white here just in case one of them gets really muddy. I have another clean pile to choose from. So I'm just getting a little blue and some phthalo green together and a lot of titanium white. I want this very light turquoise color. And to that, I'm going to dull it just a hair with a touch of raw umber into it. So with this value, I'm just going to start at the top with our background. Okay, just picking up some titanium white, and I want to go a little bit lighter. And I'll just bring that in and blend that down into this other turquoise there. So now I'm getting some phthalo blue, and without cleaning, I'm just going to start with this now and come down, and I'll just take this around some of the braid areas of the hair, and not worried about how neat it is. I'm going to have those lines fuzzed out for some out of focus effects. So as I bring this paint up now into that turquoise, just very light pressure with the brush. I'm barely touching the canvas, and I'm just dusting that up, and I can get this really nice blend with this flat brush doing it this way, and it makes a really nice gradient like this. Okay, so now without cleaning again, I'm taking some more phthalo blue and a touch of raw umber to darken that even further. And let's go ahead and go down and get darker as we come down. And I'll just fill this in and again fill around the hair a little bit. And I'll even do some right there to blend up into that turquoise color just a little bit. Okay, no cleaning still, and I'm going to take some phthalo blue and raw umber together. Essentially that makes black. And so with this value, I'm just going to take and start blocking in right here on the ear just a little bit and leaving some of that open, and then also for the hair as well. Okay, so now I have my number 6 natural round bristle brush. I'm taking a little bit of that black that I made and just tapping most of it off so that there's barely any paint on the brush and no water as well. So with the dry brush, I'm just going to go and scrub the outside of the ear and also on some of the hair for some background and just kind of give it this out of focus look. Okay, without cleaning, I'm going to take some raw umber now with some titanium white and again tapping a lot of that paint off and just a little bit of Cad Yellow to warm that up. So with this value, I'm just going to take, and again, this is a dry brush, and I'm just going to scratch that in on some of the ear here and there. Okay, so now I'm going to take some phthalo blue and a little bit of titanium white, and this does have just a little bit of raw umber in there as well. So just a few places and that value down the side of the face and some on the ear just a little bit. Okay, without cleaning now, just taking more titanium white, and I want to thin the hair out a little bit because it got a little too thick. So see, anything you want to fix anytime, you can just cover anything up, and just like that, I'm just going to blend that out. Okay, before I get to the face, I'm going to pre-make some values now. So I'm going to take phthalo green and phthalo blue and some titanium white, and now just a touch of raw umber to dull that down. So this is going to be my mid turquoise value that I'm going to call it. Okay, a little bit more blue to that. I want it more blued down, just a little bit more. Okay, so I'm going to take this value, and again, I'm going to call this my mid turquoise value. And now I'm going to take some titanium white to brighten that. Okay, just like so, just a little bit more white. And I'm going to call this my light turquoise value. See, so I'll just get that pile there and put it next to this value. And now I'm going to go for my darkest value. So I'm going to take some phthalo blue and some raw umber together. Okay, mixing that up, and that has, again, a touch of that phthalo green in there. So more raw umber, more phthalo blue to make a bigger pile here. Okay, so with this, I'll take, and again, this will be my dark value. And I'll place that here, and then I want to lighten that now just a little bit. So with some titanium white into that same mixture, and this time more phthalo blue into it. And I'll get that all nice and good. So this will be what I call my Payne's Gray value. Okay, a little bit more blue into that. And so I'll just take now and put this guy right next to those lined up other values. So this is my pre-made values for the face. It's just easier to take from here. And before I get to that now, I'm going to go ahead and take some Phthalo Blue, some raw umber, some Phthalo Green. This is my mid-tone or sort of off turquoise value. Okay, and this is my number 8 flat brush, and with this value, I'm just going to block in the entire face with this. And also with the edge of the flat brush, I'll strike in some of that same value to show some of the highlights on the hair. Okay, back to my natural round bristle brush again, and Phthalo Blue and Titanium White. And again, tapping off the paint. And I'm going to start up here on the forehead, and as I get down into that turquoise value, I can really blend that in very nicely with these natural bristles and make that real nice gradient like so. Okay, so without cleaning, I'm going to take that dark value now, and again, tapping off a lot of that paint. And with the same brush, I'm going to start scratching in some shadow areas. Okay, no cleaning, and again, getting some more of that dark value, and this time some Payne's gray value into there. Okay, and once again, going in and doing some shadows. Okay, so now I have my number 6 angle brush here, and I love this thing because of this tip right here. I can get into very small areas, like this part of the eye here, and also down on the mouth as well. So now I'm going to take my Payne's gray and dark value together, and I'm just going to load this up, and I'll start filling in the rest of the mouth here with this. So now with a clean angle brush, I'm going to go into my light turquoise value, and I'll block in the bottom lip here and also block in for some other areas where these highlights go. Okay, and with a clean angle brush again, now taking Phthalo Blue and raw umber together to make that black. And I'll load this up, and I'll get the tip again, and I can really precisely make this separation between the face and where the eyelid is right in here. Okay, after getting the nostril area there, now I'm going to take some Payne's gray value into this dark value. And right above that nostril that I put in, I want to take and just get the top of the nose. And also down underneath for a little bit of shadow. And along the nose right here as well. That makes it pop out. And this is the beginning of building these dimensions up. Okay, so now I'm taking that mid turquoise value. And this is a clean brush again. And I'll just fill in this area right here that I kind of left open for some eyebrows that I'll put in later. Okay, so now I'm going to take some more light value into that. And with this light turquoise now right here, let's strike the eyelid with this. Okay, no cleaning, and I'm taking some of that Payne's Gray value now and some titanium white to it. And I want to change the value again and add a little phthalo blue into that. So with this value, I'll take the outer part of the eye and block in right here. Okay, after some dark value on the other part of that eye there, let's take now some Phthalo Green, and I want to warm that up with some Cad Yellow. So this really warms up and makes this very bright, vibrant green, and with this value, I'm going to take my number 2 flat brush into that, and I'm going to block in this part of the eye here. Okay, back to my number 6 natural round bristle brush, taking that Phthalo Blue and raw umber together to make black. And I'm going to load this up, and with this round brush, it really helps to stay within this circular motion and get this really nice, precise pupil. Okay, so now I'm going to go into some Phthalo Blue into that Payne's Gray value to blue it up a little bit. Okay, and I'm going to tap off some of that paint again with my number 6 natural round bristle brush, and I'm going to fade in and scratch in just some more of this shadow play. Okay, so this is my number 1 nylon round brush here, and I can get that nice tip on it like that. So with that raw umber and phthalo blue for that black, and I'm going to pull it as I turn it, and with that sharp tip, this is going to really help me to get in here with these fine details in between the teeth here. Okay, back to my number 2 flat brush, and I'm taking some more of that Payne's Gray value now, and let's go on top of the nose here, and I want to make a separator between that and where the actual nostril is, and I'll apply just some of that on the bottom of the lip here as well. Okay, and with a little bit of paint on the brush, I'm just going to take and put it on some of the teeth. Okay, after striking some highlight there, I'm going to take now some white into my very light turquoise color here. And with this, I'm going to start playing these highlights around. So as I bring this paint down, I'm not going to take the whole color over the nose, take the color over the whole nose. But I do want to blend that out into that turquoisey color and then add more pressure on the right there. And then over here, very little pressure as it gets outside. So that blends that in really nice. And this is what makes the dimension come out of the face and really starts to give that realistic look. So again, just playing this highlights around, and anything you don't like, you can just take a value and cover it up and really just go for it and just kind of push these colors around till you like what you see with this. Okay, so we're just building this up still, so don't worry about details just yet. Okay, taking that black of that blue and that brown, and with the edge of the number 2 flat brush, I want to go in here again and add some more shadow. Okay, without cleaning, I'm just taking some more of that Payne's Gray and that white color. And let's go in on some of the teeth. I just kind of want to sparkle those up just a little bit. Okay, without cleaning now, taking that mid-tone turquoise, and this is my number 2 flat brush again, and just a little bit on the lip. I want to start building some texture and dimension on that. And then also with the edge of the flat brush with that same value, I want to hash in some of these little things on the bottom lip. Okay, without cleaning now, taking that Payne's Gray value, and again, I want to hash again with the edge of the flat brush on top of that. Okay, now just going into some dark value. And right here with the edge of the flat brush, I just want to do these separators and really make this eye more detailed and defined this way. And with just a little bit of paint left on the brush, I'm going to take that dark value down and just sort of glaze that down a bit. And this is going to start to build some dimension and show some shadow play going on. Okay, and I'm going to hit the nostril again with that dark value, and now we can start to see the definition of the nose a little bit better. Okay, and now again with my number 2 flat brush and taking that phthalo blue and that raw umber to make that black, I want to load this up now, and I want to go back into the eye where the separation between the face and the eyelid is and just re-enhance this. Okay, so now I'm going to take some titanium white into that black. So see, this is in a way sort of a Payne's Gray, and I want to go in here and redefine this mouth and really fill that in some more. Okay, with my number 2 flat brush and back to that vibrant green and another coat one more time right here. Okay, without cleaning now, I'm going to take some Cad Yellow and white, and I want to mix into that just a little bit of that vibrant green. And of course I want to make this brighter and more vibrant with that yellow and white. And so with the edge of the number 2 flat brush, I'm just going to hash in just these little things and leave some openings like so. And really just go for it. If you don't like something, again, take that darker green and cover it up, or knock back some of that light stuff if it's too much. Okay, so with lots of water on my script liner and with raw umber into some of that yellow, I'm going to pull it through as I turn it, and it brings it to that nice tip. And with the very tip, I am going to do some of these little indications here and really just bring out the details of this eye this way. Okay, back to my number 2 flat brush, and I'm going to take some raw umber now and into that yellow mixture and just a teeny bit of paint, and I'm going to glaze this down and really show some of the shadow play a little bit more. Okay, going back into raw umber and phthalo blue for that black, and this is my number 2 flat brush, and with the edge of it I want to go in again, and I'm going to work this mouth around and sort of knock back some of these teeth. I know that sounds bad, knock out some of these teeth. I mean, cover up some of them, just because sometimes they get out of whack and it kind of gets a little bit away from you. So now I'm just taking a script liner now, lots of water again with that dark again, that black, and let's go back in with this and redefine some of this eye and make it pop a little bit more. Okay, with my number 2 flat brush now, some phthalo blue, a little bit of raw umber, and some titanium white, let's block in the neck right here. Okay, so now going back into some phthalo blue, a little bit of that Payne's Gray mixture, and with my number 2 flat brush again, and I want to play some more shadow play in here a little bit, and sort of fade that into that light value of turquoise there, and also on that side as well. Okay, now just taking some titanium white, and I want to add just a little bit of sneaking light in right here. Okay, after some striking highlight there, I'm going to pick up some of that dark value now. And with my number 2 flat, I'm going to go back in and just dance some of this shadow play around. Okay, I'm going to need some more black now for some eyelashes, so I'm just going to make up some black here with my palette knife in equal parts of blue and the brown. And when I get this, I'll just set this right next to my other values and just have those all lined up like so. Okay, so with lots of water on my script liner, again, turning it as I pull it through to a point. And just with the very tip of it, I'm going to strike in these indications of eyelashes. Okay, and with the same script liner and in the same way, I'm just going to hash in these eyebrow hairs. Okay, with the tip of my number one round brush here, and just some of that Payne's Gray and mostly titanium white. And with the very tip, I'm just going to put in this direct striking highlight. Okay, so with just pure titanium white now, and again with the tip of the round brush, I'm just going to make just half of it covered up. I think that gives it more shine and gloss that way, as you can see. So now with the number two flat brush and with that light turquoise and titanium white, I'm going to go and start playing in these really bright highlights. Okay, so with my number six natural round bristle brush again with phthalo blue and some of that Payne's Gray value and titanium white, I just want to go now and soften down some of these dark areas. Okay, with a clean natural round bristle brush and just some of that light turquoise value, and this time no titanium white, I want to go on the very outsides of these really bright highlights that I did and really just settle these down just a little bit. Okay, so now with a script liner, lots of water with that Payne's Gray value and titanium white, I'm pulling it through to a point, and with the very tip, just striking some hair details. Okay, back to my number one round brush here, and with just some of that light turquoise value and a little bit of titanium white, and just with the very tip, I'm going to go and start placing these really sparkled areas here, and just kind of do something like so. And you can pretty much place these wherever you want. If you have one you don't like, again, take another value and cover it up. So just here and there and wherever you want to put these. Okay, with the very tip of my script liner and just pure titanium white, I want to sparkle these up just a little bit more. Okay, with the white left on the brush, I just want to take and make this the brightest part of the highlight, so I'll just dance that in and just blend that out with my finger. Okay, so back to my number two flat brush, and with that dark and Payne's Gray value, I'm just going to go and strike just a little bit of a shadow under the neck like so. Okay guys, so with the script liner brush and lots of water with titanium white, I'm going to go ahead and sign right here, and I want to thank you guys so much for all your watch time and support and joining me in all of that. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet for more video lessons I'll be putting out on a regular basis, and totally give this one a shot. This is super simple, just some values and tones of blues and greens and all that, playing back and forth. You can push these colors around and do pretty much anything you want to do. So I did work on this a little bit more afterwards. I added some more hairs in the background with my script liner, just using the tip again and just stringing out some more for that. And I did do a little bit more blending to the face, but not much. So really, this is the method, and you can do anything you want to do to any degree and even use different tones if you want. So there it is. Let me hear your questions and comments down below. And until next time, happy painting, everyone.